In a vast, green forest filled with towering trees, sparkling rivers, colorful flowers, and the cheerful songs of countless birds, there lived a small blue bird named Lila who had shiny, soft feathers and a gentle heart, but she was afraid to fly high. Every morning, she perched on her favorite branch and watched other birds soar above the trees, gliding freely across the sky, dancing with the wind, and exploring the rivers and mountains far beyond the forest, wishing she could join them, yet feeling a constant whisper of fear in her mind saying, "What if I fall?" Her loyal friend, Toto the cheerful squirrel, often scurried to her side and encouraged her, saying, "Lila, you will never know how strong your wings are until you try," but Lila only smiled nervously, feeling unsure whether she could ever take that first brave leap. One night, dark clouds gathered over the forest, and the wind blew stronger than she had ever felt, shaking the trees and bending their branches, while heavy rain poured down like silver threads. Lila tried to stay safe in her nest, but suddenly a massive gust of wind broke her nest apart and sent her tumbling down to the cold, wet ground, leaving her frightened, shivering, and alone, unsure of what to do next. Just then, Toto appeared, placing his tiny paw gently on her wing and saying softly, "Lila, you cannot stay here on the ground. You must fly to another tree. You can do this if you trust yourself." Lila looked up at the tall trees and the wide sky beyond and felt her heart pounding faster than ever, her mind full of doubt, but also a small spark of hope, and after a long pause, she closed her eyes, took a deep, steadying breath, and spread her wings. She jumped, falling for a few moments before the wind lifted her up, and with every flap, she felt herself rising higher and higher, the forest below looking more magical than she had ever imagined, with rivers sparkling like silver ribbons, the trees swaying gracefully, and the mountains standing tall and proud, as if cheering her on. Joy, wonder, and a sense of freedom filled Lila's heart as she realized she could really fly, and she called out happily, "I'm flying. I'm really flying," while Toto cheered from below, waving his tail with pride. From that day onward, Lila explored the forest every morning, visiting places she had only dreamed of before, meeting new friends like Mira the butterfly, Rono the wise old owl, and Covey the kind eagle, sharing laughter and stories with them, and discovering that courage is not the absence of fear but the ability to try even when you are afraid. Along her journey, Lila noticed other birds who were too scared to leave their nests, watching the sky with longing eyes, and she would gently land beside them and say, "I used to be afraid too, but you were born with wings. Trust yourself, and the sky will become your friend," inspiring them to take their first leaps of courage. She realized that her adventure was not just about learning to fly, but about helping others grow, and she wanted everyone in the forest to understand that fear is natural, but determination and belief in oneself can turn fear into strength. That's why this story is shared here on Smart English Stories, a channel dedicated to helping you learn English easily while improving vocabulary, listening, and confidence, because stories like Lila's teach us not just English, but life lessons that stay with us forever. So remember, courage begins with a single try, and no matter how high or far you wish to fly, you already have the wings, you just need to believe in yourself. If you enjoyed Lila's adventure and want to hear more motivational and educational stories, don't forget to subscribe to Smart English Stories and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new story, and join us as we continue to explore beautiful, inspiring tales that help you learn English easily and joyfully every day.